Hello to whoever is watching, and welcome back to Talking Comics. This is the series that I will talk about a comic story without going into any major spoilers, while also overall just giving my own thoughts on it and why you might want to read the comic yourself. Today I'm going to be talking about the comic known as Marvellous. The story of Marvellous focuses on the life of Phil Sheldon, a photographer as he lives his ordinary life in the very much not ordinary world of Marvel Comics. We see Phil deal with the arrival of heroes in New York City and the many great things they lead to and the many disasters that are caused by their villains throughout the years, starting from 1939 and going onward. Now, technically there is a sequel series to this called Marvel's Eye of the Camera that came out in 2008. There was also one final annual one-shot that came out in 2019. I've only read the 2019 one-shot, as that what came with the trade paperback I have of this, but some might come with the sequel as well, mattering what version you get. Marvel's is great. It's a very good look at the overall history of Marvel in general, and Phil Sheldon is an overall likable character to focus on as we explore that history. I think this comic is actually a pretty decent way to introduce yourself to the past history of Marvel. Obviously not perfectly, but does go over important moments that happened through the eyes of a normal person. The art is done by Alex Ross, so yeah, it looks obviously amazing. His art works really well for this comic. It adds to that feel of realism, and the idea of each panel is a photograph took from the past. It looks really good. Alex Ross's art is overall phenomenal, but works really well when the story fits the art in general. In the story, we get to see moments like Namor fighting the Human Torch, the arrival of mutants in general, and how the world reacts to it. Even seeing how Phil sees them was like a really interesting way to look at the whole way humanity sees mutants from the eyes of just a normal human. We get to see Galactus, and that is really well done. Just to see that moment from Fantastic Four, but from the visuals of a normal human, it just works really well. We also see the Sentinels and much, much more. All of them done really great. I just find it very much interesting to take these big superhero moments and show it from the perspective of just an ordinary person. It adds to the scale of the events, but just also adds more to the world of Marvel Comics, because from my knowledge, Phil Sheldon is a canon character to the comics, what I find very fun, because it's just this normal photographer who's been around for ages and has took photos of just big superhero moments, just being this character that exists in this really big cosmic universe is fun. Overall, Marvel's is a really decent story that I think is only like a couple of issues long. It's definitely not a long story, but it does good with the time it has, and has some really enjoyable moments. And even if the story doesn't exactly interest you, I would still recommend this story just for the art itself. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you liked this video, then maybe like it, or maybe you hated the video, then I suggest disliking it. I have other comic book related videos if you want to check those out on my channel, or maybe even subscribe if you want to. But yeah, like I said, thank you for watching. That's all, and goodbye.